Crack first made its mark in the world in the red light districts. It's cheap, works rapidly, and is extremely addictive. A rock, a small ball of crack, costs around $2 to $6, cheap enough for anyone to afford. The drug is usually cooked up with normal baking powder. These prostitutes have been addicted for years. They finance their addiction by selling their bodies. Crack is smoked. The high lasts up to 20 minutes. Long-term crack consumers can lose consciousness and even fall into a coma.
Can be the most amazing things and the most total freak out. They call it, excuse my bluntness, a mind fuck. That is the best way to explain
it's a mind drug.
Because it's a mind expanding drug. It expands everything. It's an escape from reality, which it is. As I say, it makes everything nicer and brighter. Okay, at the time, the come down on this stuff is bad.
It's worse for the babies of drug-addicted mothers. Like heroin and cocaine, crack also leaves long-term physical and psychological damage. To get them through withdrawal after birth, the babies have to be given morphine for months on end.
We check the baby, we check the urine for drugs, and then we follow the baby clinically. Like in this baby, if you notice, it's very stiff. That's increased tone that is side of a drug withdrawal. You see? When I set him up, he has pretty good head control, but it's not normal for a baby of that age. See, this is not really head control, it's basically increased tone, it's increased muscle tone. He's in withdrawal. It might take a month or even more sometimes to get rid of to stop the medication altogether. But the long-term consequences are even more serious because those babies have higher incidence of death than normal babies, and they have learning disabilities, they have poor motor control, they need a lot of support after they leave the hospital.
Often they don't get it, because for their mothers, drugs are more important than their children. Nicole is just 25 years old, and she's got 4 children from 4 different fathers. She's trying to get off drugs. She's lost custody of her children, and they're now being looked after by her grandmother.
I was working, spending my work money instead of on my kids, spending it on my drugs. And I thought that was the best thing to do because that kept me, kept me strong every day. And so I thought until I woke up one day and I realized that everything that I had before was not here no more. It was gone. I lost everything. My house, my kids, my job, everything.
After a meeting with Barbara Harris, Nicole's mother learned that Nicole could get $200 if she let herself be sterilized or underwent long-term birth control.
And I know that with her help or whatever that I can,
Thanks to Barbara Harris, Nicole won't be bringing any more children into the world. The reward for sterilization is money. For the founder of the Crack Association, it makes no difference if Nicole spends the money on drugs or not. The main thing for her is that no more babies are being brought irresponsibly into the world. Her son Rodney helps with the computer programming of the organization, which was founded in California 3 years ago.
These women know that they shouldn't be using drugs, but once they do use drugs and get addicted to drugs, drugs are controlling their life, and that's all they're thinking about is drugs. They're not getting pregnant on purpose. They're not getting pregnant because they want to have children. They're getting pregnant because they're irresponsible. So if it takes $200 incentive to get their attention and make them be responsible, then to me it's $200 well spent.
Barbara Harris's program is often attacked for what some see as its Hitler-type methods, mainly against the black American population. Barbara founded the organisation after she adopted 4 to 8 children from drug-addicted mothers. The former waitress gets financial backing from sponsors. In 3 years, she's written out a $200 check for 3,127 women.
Even if we had only paid one woman, it's a success, because if you've prevented one baby from being born damaged and spending a life in foster care and ending up homeless at age 18, then you've been a success.
Tracy decided on a 5-year hormone birth control method. She also got a $200 check from Barbara Harris. Tracy has 5 children. 2 have been taken by the state and placed into care. One of her sons swallowed some cocaine as a baby and died.
After he was in the hospital like a day, the next day about 2 o'clock in the morning, the police and a social worker was knocking at my door. And I had my daughter that's 13 now and my son that's 10, and they took him.
Tracy was still addicted to drugs. She gave birth to another child from a father she hardly knew. A decade or so of drug use, from marijuana and hashish to crack, had landed her on the streets. For a couple of months now, she's been on a withdrawal program and is trying to be a mother to her children, as she never was before.
I've been homeless. I've had to sell my body to survive, but people say, well, you give a drug addict $200, they're going to go out and smoke crack. Well, even if they do, they're not putting it into an innocent child, an innocent little baby, because, even though I stopped at 6 months with Jeremiah, the older he gets, I'm really starting to see effects that the drug has taken on him, because he gets very hyperactive.
In the middle of Harlem, in the Black Quarter of New York, there's an oasis of the unwanted children of drug-addicted mothers. For more than 30 years, Clara and Lorraine Hale, with the help of generous donors, have taken over the care of 800 babies from drug-addicted women. 30 children are living here now, lovingly cared for until their mothers are drug-free and can take them again, or until their mothers are out of prison.
Many of our mothers have several children. Each child has a different father. We're aware of that. It's not for me to judge. I can't say that's wrong. You shouldn't do it. I'm just pleased that they thought enough of the child to bring the child here until they're ready to care for it. And, we're now talking about 2 and 3 generations of drug addicts in one family. So it's not as if you can go to mom and say, well, you care for my baby while I try to get off this drug. Because mom is using drugs also.
Most of the children stay here for about 3 years. Many of them are given up for adoption if the drugs are more important to their mothers than their babies. This was the case for Albert. The 26-year-old has never forgotten his care here at Hale House and now works here as a cook.
Once they leave here, for me, or like for myself, when I left here, the loving and the caring stopped. It was over, It's a cold world out there, and these kids, they're in for a long, long, hard road.
Many babies are damaged for life by drugs. Ramon is blind, almost deaf, and will never walk. His mother doesn't want to look after a child like this.
We're very upset with my sister. We're very angry with her. She doesn't know that I visit Ramon. And I don't want to give her any type of relief or satisfaction that at least somebody's looking after or coming to see Ramon. I feel that she should go through whatever torment she's feeling for putting Ramon in this condition.
According to American health authorities, 400,000 children a year in the world are born to mothers who take crack or cocaine. Most of the children here at Hale House will never experience mother love, and some won't survive because their drug-addicted mothers are also infected with the AIDS virus. Thanks to Barbara and Ines, Nicole won't be bringing more children into the world. The reward for sterilization